Hey folks, how you doing? Gavin here from Hybrid Fitness with the next video in our daily video series. So as you can see from the top I'm sporting, it says GC Fitness. This was my old business, my very first personal training boot camp venture, going back to 2009. And so GC, being short for Gavin Coyne. And GC Fitness, it was catchy, it was easy to remember, or well, at least I thought it was. And that's kind of what we started off with. We started off with GC and we did boot camps, we did group training, we did personal training, I should say. And then kind of, you know, at the time, it was the best I could do because it was the best that I knew how to do back then. So it's one of these things where as time went on then, GC Fitness grew and we got more clients, got more people to our classes. And then in November of, I'm going to say about 3 years ago. No, about 2 years ago maybe. Anyways, November of at least 2 years ago, I applied for a position with the Irish Strength Institute up in Dublin, the ISI. So that name might sound familiar from training the likes of Conor McGregor and the SBG guys, the UFC fighters based from Ireland. But also, more importantly, the guys have made their name by being the absolute best at what they do for an extremely long time. So anyways, I went up there I was up there for a year, and then we came down here last year and kind of set up Hybrid, and I made a run at that. Anyway, so we started off with GC Fitness, then we changed to Gavin Coyne Fitness. I just thought it sounded more professional, sounded more grown up, and I thought that it would have been a better fit for the market up in Dublin. This is one of about 6 Tigger mugs I own, by the way. That's quite an important lesson on being yourself no matter what. Love Tigger, no apparent reason. Just do. Everyone knows it, and I get an awful lot of presence based around them. Anyway, so we went up, Gavin Coyne Fitness, and then as I spent my year up there in Dublin with Owen and John, we got talking an awful lot. I expressed how opening my own facility was always my end goal. And I always asked the guys where they kind of came up with the name and that stuff then as well. And they both mentioned that it had to be bigger than the two of them. It couldn't just be Owen and John's Fitness or, you know, Owen and John present whatever. And that's always kind of stuck with me. So hence where Hybrid it came from. Because eventually I will leave this company, business, community I should say. I will leave this community. I will step back gradually as time goes on, and we'll build a team underneath myself, and then we'll build a team underneath that team. And, you know, kind of my plan now, I'm talking about a very, 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 very far way away. So that's kind of the plan, and that's how kind of Hybrid came about and so on. But the reason why we've managed to transition from GC Fitness to Hybrid is persistence. Because there was an awful lot of opportunities and situations where I could have stopped. Other people said I should have stopped. A lot of people said I should have stopped and packed it in and just said, well, no. And I persisted. And it probably was because of brute ignorance more so than kind of wishful thinking. But I knew it would work. I knew it would happen and we'd burst through the surface and we'd reach this level and possibly go further on. So, Gavin, very quickly get to the point. How the fuck does this relate to me? Well, my friend, it's like this. It's like your weight loss or your weight gain or getting stronger or improving your relationship with yourself. Your relationship with your sons and daughters, either current ones or future ones. Your relationship with your partners. Your relationship with your family. With the people you work with, the people around you. Your relationship with anyone. Any relationship you have with anyone in the planet at this time, in the past or in the future. You need to persist. You need to keep going. You can't just pack it in easily. We'll do a separate video on kind of knowing when enough is enough and kind of caving in. But if you want something bad enough, you will persist with it. So before you can lose a stone, you have to lose 12 pounds. And before you can lose 12, you have to lose 10 and 11 and 9 and 8 and 7 and 6. You see where I'm going with this? You have to get there step by step. You know, going straight from where I was back in 2009 as an employee to opening up hybrid would never have worked, mainly because I wasn't ready back then. So as I became the person I needed to be to take this venture, I grew and I grew and I grew. So if you're struggling with your weight loss, if you're struggling with your training, if you're struggling with working relationships, maybe the issue is you're not the person you need to be to make those changes yet, to make that progress yet. And then it's no problem going on working on yourself to become that person, to make that leap, to progress on and to get the benefits that you get with it. So that's a slightly longer video. We did ramble a little bit, so I'm not going to apologise about that because it all, in the context of the whole thing, it all makes sense. So folks, that's it for today, and you'll see some more pictures and videos popping up soon of the new version of hybrid. We're after doing some pretty awesome work here, which I'll be honest, it surprised myself. I'm surprised at how well it's turned out. So you'll see some videos that come up soon. Talk to you later, guys. God bless. Bye.